Grammy Award-winning rapper Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, arriving with one of Combs' sons today, telling ABC News he was there in support of Diddy.
Imagine the hush that fell over the courtroom when Kanye West strolled in, crisp, all-white outfit gleaming under those judges' lights. In barely 40 seconds, he was shuttled off to an overflow room, leaving everyone wondering what just happened. No sooner had the doors clicked shut than Diddy's son, King Combs, found himself in the crosshairs. Court officers leaned in, pointing out the rule he'd just broken: no slogans allowed. And for a heartbeat, it looked like he'd to be shown the door. He stayed, but you could feel the air crackle every time he shifted in his seat. Whispers spread through the gallery. Was this a simple fashion slip, or a subtle jab at the proceedings? As that family drama simmered, it set the stage for even higher stakes once the jury returned. But while all eyes were on the Combs clan, a bombshell dropped at the jury box. An alternate juror was kicked for misstating her Miami residency. The defense cried foul, accusing the court of racial profiling, while the prosecution insisted it was a straightforward rule enforcement. When the government called its next witness, an agent who'd discovered a cache of firearms at Diddy's Miami estate, the defense pounced. They argued he wasn't an expert on how those weapons were stored or moved, just a fact witness who happened to be there when the guns were found. The prosecution countered that any questions about his knowledge could be hashed out on cross-examination. You could practically hear the judge's gavel crack as she prodded each lawyer on the real impact of prejudice. With both sides sparring over whether a simple security room search note could tip the scales, the courtroom tension soared. Jane Dunn took the stand next, transporting everyone to January 2023 at the Encore Suite in Vegas, where freak-off vibes ruled the night. Reports claim a high-energy party spiraled into a blur of flashing lights and coercion whispers. Jane says she felt pressure to keep up with the crowd, and that one guest nearly lost control in the suite's back room. It's been said that Diddy flew into a rage when Jane described the scene, accusing her of embellishing details about another industry heavyweight's flirtation. The tension spiked so sharply you could almost see sparks in the air as Jane held firm under withering cross-examination. With the government poised to rest its case, what comes next could change everything. But the most explosive testimony of the day was still waiting in the wings. With the government's 28th witness now off the stand, they're signaling they'll rest their case any day, potentially as soon as tomorrow. The defense has already hinted at calling surprise experts to dismantle the remaining evidence, and both sides are jockeying for advantage before closing arguments. Cameras may be barred, but with every leak and transcript update, the world's getting a front-row seat to a trial that could run deep into July.
And he left after about 20 minutes because he was not allowed into the main courtroom. We caught him in the hallway. He told us that he was there to support Sean Combs. I'm not sure that Combs wanted his support because we had overheard his defense attorney saying to the court security officers to only let in people who are on the list. So he didn't make it into the main courtroom, was brought to an overflow room, and then he left after just a couple of minutes inside and did not return.
There's been a lot of buzz online about unconfirmed whispers that the prosecution's star witness may flip, that reports suggest plea deal discussions are already underway to nail down insider testimony. Rumors claim some court staff have quietly leaked off-the-record snippets of juror reactions, hinting at divided opinions over the gun cache dispute. It's been said that defense attorneys are poring over every social media thread, looking for clues on which way the jury is leaning. Of course, none of this is verified. These are just the stories floating around town. But it underscores how high the stakes feel even before closing arguments begin. And with the world watching every move, the next developments could rewrite this trial's ending. As Day 23 wrapped, one thing is clear. This trial isn't just about legal minutia. It is a high-stakes spectacle that is reshaping public perception. Rumors swirl about last-minute flips and off-record juror reactions, underscoring how every moment is being mined for its potential impact. These flashpoints do more than feed headlines. They plant seeds of doubt or conviction in jurors' minds. When closing arguments hit, the defense will hammer home questions about witness credibility and procedure, While the prosecution will lean on the dramatic testimony, we've already seen to drive home a narrative of recklessness and cover-up. With cameras still barred, we're left piecing together the story from transcripts, leaks, and live updates, each fragment carrying outsized weight.
The J. Cole stuff. The funny thing, I always say this story. When I would meet with Drake, I would just tell him, like, why are you working with J. Cole, bro? It's not even a human, like an actual person, bro. It's like, what are you talking about? People say they like, I don't know if y'all like J. Cole raps, so y'all do, just do not tell me that, because I don't want to like look at it differently and shit, but it's like, I hate J. Cole. It can't be called music. I hate J. Cole, what he does, bro. I hate the people that sign J. Cole, you know? And like, I'm like, yo, you can't be pushing this to people. And it was something about both like J. Cole and Kendrick that kind of, their music sort of like, it reminds me of each other and shit like that. Like, it's just not that sauce to me like that. It's like, Baby Keem is that like, yo, what the fuck is like the best, you know, human on the planet. This shit this saying is so ill. Like when we were like finding people on Donda, and I'm not gonna act like I didn't ask Drake to be on Donda and Kendrick to be on Donda and like the biggest rappers. Yeah, absolutely, and Donda too. He was supposed, but
this
then,
one.
yes, but then he not recently, but I was supposed to go when he was doing the like the up tempo album. I was supposed to go work on that, and it always be a thing. But my thought is like, look, right now, after all this, like, and I understand. I guess people consider Kendrick. I saw this shit with Ben Affleck saying that Kendrick was one of his favorite rappers. I was like, bro. Anybody that Kendrick is one of their favorite rappers don't know about rap. Doesn't know what real.
So you agree Drake on the beef?
Oh, the favorite line, my favorite line of the whole shit was like, you rap like you try and keep the slave streak, or whatever that line was. That was like my favorite bar, and it used to eat me up. And I could, the fact that I liked that bar and I was on Drake's side, I felt like I was wearing a Trump hat again. Like no one, like I couldn't tell people. It really like created like a vibration and not being able to.
Can I say something on the stream? J. Cole's a piece of shit. He threw up the flag after the war got hot. You agree on that?
Yes, yeah.
You can't start a war, say somebody's name, and then when it gets serious, you run.
Yeah, because J. Cole, what was it? Third person shooter. J. Cole was one of Drake's shooters. He's supposed to be
I'm
rap
shooter.
Okay. I'm talking about rap
shooter.
Yeah, he's supposed to be barring out as J. Cole's supposed to, or J. Cole's supposed to like, I hate the fact I can't say his name with that mention. I don't know. I need to have the dementia set in on the name J. Cole. No, bro. This cannot happen. And this is shit that happens. Like, whatever it is, it be like that competition, that jealousy. But what I want to say now is like, okay, all this beef, all this Kendrick shit, but now where we at now? At the end of the day, the world has Ye and Drake. Like that society, you had that shit, Louis Vuitton and your Gucci, right there. That's your standard. Sometimes Louis is gonna have Virgil Abloh. Sometimes Gucci's gonna have whatever. Gucci has them that have shit, like the head of Balenciaga and shit.
Yeah. You know what's so crazy? We need to ban J. Cole.
Who was on the beginning of the Soundfire? That vocal voice. Was that Sean Leon?
Yes.
Yeah, you know why we got banned J. Cole? You can't start a war, run. They left Drake for that. Nobody stood up for Drake. You stood up for Drake. I'll give you that.
Later, and then I stood up for Diddy, but then I said this shit.
But the only thing wrong about Diddy is, I gotta be honest, free that man because you don't talk about bad about nothing while somebody in jail. 60 sexual assaults. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, free the man. Nobody should be behind jail. Right now, we need to get Dirk out. We need to get Dirk out on that murder Friday.
Yeah, I think my issue really is like just America. I be opposed to the fact that they can have so much information on you. It's not a matter if you should be free, be in jail. It's like now these people use this information on you. Like when a person came to me and said, yo, the situation with your cousin, you need to bring it you're great with you. I'm not gonna have one person that's like, oh, he's my best friend and he has his information on me. So with Diddy, he's got 60 accounts. How many people was next to him, lying on his behalf, or getting a check off of Diddy to not say nothing?
You think Jay-Z's part of the Diddy party? Be honest.
I really don't know.
See, one assault go on him, they took it away, yeah? You gotta be honest.
Yeah.
Diddy parties are crazy, yeah?
No, I forgot.
As the trial careens toward its climax, keep in mind, every cameo, every objection, every whispered rumor matters. Stay tuned. The next phase could come as soon as tomorrow, and it may very well redefine what we thought we knew about one of hip-hop's biggest icons.
That's what I'm saying, man. No, bro. It's like I refuse to be like inside of any of the fucking, mind manipulation, this, that, shit for the old niggas and shit. Give a fuck about what niggas on their fucking podcast. I was thinking about Joe Budden and shit, actually. But I don't have no issue.
You think Joe Budden's serious?
What I'm trying to say is, like, there's this thing when I would, like, be working on music where I would be thinking about what old niggas listen to and young at the same time. Like, I would want, the Kamala Harris has to want to enjoy. I wanted everybody to enjoy shit. None of it's not about. It's about do I enjoy it. Like hell, like my favorite shit. But you haven't heard, so we gotta play you some.
Yeah, let me hear the album shit. When's this album dropping? When's the album dropping?
31st. What I mean, we was talking about
same
dropping
day the performance.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is crazy. So I can open up for you in Korea?
Why not?
Why took over soon, bro?
I think it's just Consequence always said me and Drake is like WWE and WWF. It's like a king of both worlds and shit. Like it's a king, like every now and then Drake gonna get a fit off or get like, Chrome Hearts clap, something like that. And every now and then I'm gonna get like a #1 at Carnival, like a #1 record and shit, but he gonna stay #1. He had this bar, he's like, I just dropped the #1, I forgot about it. I was just like, damn, this is a true thing. With me, it's like, I just went through a whole, you saw season 10 collection up there, like creative director, like everybody that worked with me could be the creative director in any house or shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the skills you like brushed up on or something in the past. So it's the, that's what God is. God always makes the other side of the street. It's never, I feel like he always makes the other side of the street to remind us that we are not God. You know what I mean? Could you imagine if I was like me and I had the amount of hits as, Drake in the past 10 years? The fuck? You know what I mean? Like, and it's people who have really a lot of, power influence. Obviously, me being one of them.
So it's you, Drake, and who else? Who's the three?
It ain't no three.
Ain't no three, just you, Drake.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
the other thing. It's like this J. Cole had to put him and Kendrick's combined don't add up to Ye. Fuck out of here. Out of here. Fuck the same breath. Like, because the thing I gotta another thing about Drake's music, it really, he don't got shit that's like copies of like what I do. I be having shit that be like a copy of a Drake flow a lot of times. I got shit that's once Drake took over the algorithm, I had shit that was copies of Drake. You can go and be like, that man like came in, did exactly, he loved what I did. What really touched my heart is when I saw that one interview. I saw the interview when he was in his house and he showed all the CDs. Of course, College Dropout was like my only CD. He just named the people that he loved. It said Jay-Z, and he busts out with his like rhyme pads, but it was like this shit was literally like